Did you know that we have a national youth policy that spans from 2022 to 2032? Did you know that this youth policy seeks to harness the gift of our young people for the development of our nation? Did you know that this policy is supposed to bring together the experts of these young people and put them at vital places to help in the development of our nation? Again, did you know that we should have the Ministry of Sports and Youth, and now is now Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment? Did you know that it synchronized very well with the Connectional Youth Development Ministry of Development and Empowerment? What does this ministry hold for us? We want to have a chat about the Ministry for Development of Young People and Empowerment. And I'll be your host, the very Reverend 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘, together with
your co-host, 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘, 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘.
With you also is 𝗥cie puis𝗴𝗡.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Sorry, not sure.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Get ready for a transformational morning experience.
Sorena Shrine is here to build our spirituality, mental and physical well-being.
Through positive, inspiring actions and stories.
We bring you exciting activities and conversations that develop us as a people and as a nation.
We take a look at the trending issues in Ghana and the rest of the world.
And we also review the impacting stories from our local newspapers.
Every morning, we bring you stories of hope, change, and renewal.
We empower you through the Word of God and provoke you to live the purposeful life destined for you.
Join us, Anita Kwaku
and the Reverend 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 Agbamanya, Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we take you on an inspiring journey, live and exclusively on WTV.
You may also join us on Facebook at WTV Ghana and on YouTube at Wesleyan TV Ghana.
Sorry, not Shrine.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Sorena Shrine is brought to you by
Danwell Insurance, Multi-Credit Savings and Loans,
and the Methodist University Ghana.
Nyansa ashese onyinamishu. Let the little children come to me and do not hinder them. Matthew chapter 19 verse 14. Oh yes, let the little children join hands with WTV every Sunday for a special children's service with the Methodist Church Ghana at 10 a.m. with a repeat at 2 p.m. on WTV and Facebook. Nyasa ashese onyinamisho. Wesleyan Television, reaching out to the world.
Welcome to the Y News segment on Y Connect. In our headlines, Youth Leadership Retreat underway in Azani. Methodist Church Ghana launches 3-week connectional prayer initiative. Methodist Minister appointed Acting Director General of NCA. Now the details. A 4-day youth leadership retreat is underway at the William de Graft Retreat Center in Azani, in the Secondary Diocese of the Methodist Church, Ghana. The retreat, which is organized under the auspices of the Youth Development Ministry, is spearheaded by the Association of Methodist Brigade, Ghana. The 16th and 4th annual leadership retreat is on the theme Discipleship, Growing into Christian Maturity, with its biblical foundation from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 14 to 15. The event aims at equipping young leaders with spiritual, organizational, and personal development tools. Participants were being afforded the opportunity to network with other young leaders and exchange ideas for advancing youth ministry across the church. The retreat further underscores the church's commitment to raising disciples who are rooted in Christ and serve their communities. The Methodist Church Ghana aims to form a deeper sense of spiritual renewal, unity, and dependence on God through His initiative. The Methodist Church Ghana has kicked off its Connectional Week of Prayer, a spiritual initiative aimed at promoting unity, seeking God's guidance, and fostering a culture of prayer within the church. The launch, which took place at the 𝗟𝗓𝗡 Towers in Accra, marked the beginning of a 3-week prayer period slated for the last week of January, the Holy Week, the last week of Lenten season, and the last week of November 2025. According to the Most Reverend Professor Johnson Kwabena Asamoah-Gyedu, the new presiding bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, the extended prayer period is designed to encourage the youth in the church to become a praying community. The initiative, which was approved by the General Purposes Council, replaces the previous 1-week prayer session held at the beginning of the year. Each day of the prayer week will focus on specific themes, including Thanksgiving, national peace, personal revival, and global missions. Church members are expected to participate in prayer and fasting, with every society and circuit observing the initiative. The scripture emphasis for the Connectional Week of Prayer is taken from Isaiah chapter 30, verses 41. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Church members are encouraged to wait on God through prayer and fasting, with societies convening in the afternoons to pray together. Methodist minister appointed Acting Director General of the National Communications Authority. This marks a historic moment for the authority, as it is the first time a Director General has been appointed from within the organization. As the Acting Director General, Reverend Fianko will face the dual challenge of consolidating the gains made by his predecessors and addressing the evolving needs of Ghana's telecommunications sector. The NCA, which serves as the regulatory body for telecommunications, broadcasting, and electronic communications Ghana, plays a critical role in ensuring Ghana's digital ecosystem remains robust, inclusive, and globally competitive. Ghana's telecommunications industry has undergone significant transformations in recent years, including the expansion of broadband connectivity, the rollout of 4G and 5G networks, and increasing consumer demands for better services. In his new role, Reverend Fianko is expected to spearhead initiatives to enhance regulatory frameworks, foster innovation, and address issues such as data protection, cybersecurity, and fair competition among operators. One pressing issue awaiting his attention is the ongoing debate around spectrum allocation and the need for equitable distribution among industry players. We have Agnes on standby with White Trends. We'll be back after the break.
Sorry, not sure.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Get ready for a transformational morning experience.
Serena Shrine is here to build our spirituality, mental and physical well-being.
Through positive, inspiring actions and stories.
We bring you exciting activities and conversations that develop us as a people and as a nation.
We take a look at the trending issues in Ghana and the rest of the world.
And we also review the impacting stories from our local newspapers.
Every morning, we bring you stories of hope, change, and renewal.
We empower you through the Word of God and provoke you to live the purposeful life destined for you.
Join us, Anita Kwaku
and the Reverend 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘, Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. as we take you on an inspiring journey, live and exclusively on WTV.
You may also join us on Facebook at WTV Ghana and on YouTube at 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘 Ghana.
Sorry, not Shrine.
Wake up to a purposeful day.
Serena Shrine is brought to you by
Danwell Insurance, Multi-Credit Savings and Loans,
and the Methodist University Ghana.
Nyansa echiane mpenina no anaye gine mpenina no ti baby biara mpenifo ahia na yesua adwene no ne open nyansa no oben wa ode agudie kira adwene mu agudie ene kofie penu esa adwene nsemu mu odo nsempolo Samwa yetie bobra ekoyie frase efifirito ne open nyansa no omengwankwa enu ase ne mpaniso ayadwene ne beye nhira amano ene ni nchirima yadamo ase
The impanyini inso ayadwene jemre na hweyen memninde ne memninde bia anopa no wotwe wo Wesleyan television so.
To avoid the heavy vehicular traffic in Accra after a hard day's work, then enjoy a short stay in the new Wesley Tower's spacious and beautiful rooms. Our 6 suites provide a comfortable treat after a long day of exploration. Enjoy modern amenities, breathtaking views in the city of Accra's ambassadorial enclave, and the utmost comfort during your stay. The property gives you a warm reception in our main entrance foyer with a classic central chandelier lighting as you enjoy affordable sumptuous meals from our restaurant. We have in place male-female washrooms, spacious car park, and an on-site clinic. Wesley Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious personal space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection 0503 109 978 or 0500 166 304. 0556 302 880 or 0243 614 423. Wesley Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious space.
Welcome to Y Connect. We have Agnes on standby with our Y trends for the week. Hello, Agnes.
Hi, 𝗟𝗓𝗓.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and
You're good. You don't look good to me.
I am.
Okay. What do you have for us?
Well, let's go into the world of X and let's see what's trending. I already see it on the screen. So number 1 on our list is hashtag Ask Twilight. So Twilight is a social media influencer in the country. He has about over 500,000
followers.
Yes, on Twitter alone. He says, "Ask me anything," and he's going to answer. It looks like people tend to, they really like to.
You didn't check
Well,
out.
people are asking, what school did you go to? What course did you do? Can you give me money?
You think his answers were being honest?
Well, he said he's being honest. It's up to him whether he is or not. But then yes. We also see trending in Ghana, Madison Keys. She's a professional tennis ball player. And
Is she Ghanaian?
no, she's American actually, but it's trending in Ghana. I mean, it's all about the youth. So she's 29, she's American, and she is a champion from the Australian Open. So yes. Also trending is hashtag the journalist Ghana never got. We have investigative journalist Manasseh Azuri still trending because there are some court issues because of some defamation in the past. So still trending. Okay. Let's move. Man City and Chelsea is trending. There is a match today at 5:30.
So will you be watching? Or you're not a football fan?
Well, I'm not really a football fan, but then anything. I mean,
you might check
I might just check the highlights, but not watch from beginning to end. I don't have the heart to just wait for the ball to enter the pool. No, I can't do that. Okay. Also trending is 𝗟𝗜, Ghanaian footballer 𝗟𝗜 is trending. He was on Sporty FM, and there was a question of.
He was actually live with them?
Yeah, so he was there.
Oh, okay.
So the question of him and Partey, who that he think is good.
And
I think, exactly, I mean, people tend to like to compare, but I think I like his answer because he goes like, let me read, I've never put myself ahead of Partey because to him, they are from 2 generations and he believes Partey is a very fantastic, yeah, exactly. And I think I like the answer because that's the thing.
Fair. Yeah. He didn't actually compare, but he answered.
Yes, yes, that's very good. We also have headless YouTuber.
He has no head or...
Well, so this YouTuber tend not to have a face. No one knows his face. No one knows the body, head, brain behind
this YouTuber.
But then after 4 years, he eventually revealed himself. And
he's revealed himself now?
Yeah, so we know his face, we know who he is. It turns out that he's a rapper, cooler in the country, but then yes, he has revealed himself. Get Fit, Get Lit, this Activate gym in Ghana. They are having some, it's like come have fun whilst you get fit. So still also trending. Also trending is Manchester, we spoke about that. So yes, so like I said, Activate Fitness Festival.
It's the same gym?
Yes, it's the same gym, but then different hashtags.
It's free of charge?
They are giving some discounts, but then yeah. So that's today. Shop online will be 𝗟𝗓 app. You can buy from the app.
Is that a new app?
Yes.
𝗟𝗓?
Yeah, 𝗟𝗓.
I think Tree for asking me.
Yeah, I'm thinking though, but then yes.
Okay.
That's it. Buy anything you want. You can also sell anything you want. So those of you who are business minded, you can take that opportunity and buy something and sell something. Let's move on to the world of Facebook and let's see what comments.
You're funny over there.
Exactly. People tend to. I mean, that's how social media is supposed to be. We learn, we laugh, we move on. Yes. So the three main reasons trotro drivers rush passengers to sit, even moving when the passenger is not seated. So it's a question to go. Why do you think trotro drivers are always in a hurry? And sometimes before you even sit,
no, it happens. It happens.
But then do you take trotro?
Do I take trotro?
Have I seen you in trotro before?
What do you think?
I don't know. But
let's not go there. Yeah, I can't really relate much. So
that's good. Yeah. So Charles says, sorry, I'm not a trotro driver, and I wouldn't like to be writing about trains. When I have not seen one before. Wow, that's confusing because you're talking about trotro.
He's talking about trains.
And he's not seen one before.
And he's Ghanaian.
But the nice thing is some trains are operational in Ghana. So if you haven't seen a train before, you can just You can just make it walk. Probably to. I know there's one at
the stations.
Yeah. I know there's one at
the Beach Road
area. That area.
Okay.
Like the number of train stations operational.
Have you taken one before?
Not in Ghana though, but then
I like that. So you've been out.
Some tubes. Yeah, in the past. Yeah. Esther says one, some drivers are ahead of them. 2, they don't want other drivers to bypass them. And 3, they have a lot of passengers and wanted to catch up before others. So like competition.
True.
Yeah. But then we should put the safety, our own safety, and the safety of our passengers in mind so that we are not rushing on the road. 𝗟𝗑𝗪𝗚 says there's a lot of reasons, but none of them make sense to me. That's true. They want to go for other passengers, and sometimes the place they are taking passengers is unlawful. Just that. Well, let's see. But please, if you are a trotro driver, private car driver, whatever you are driving, kindly stay safe and let's go within the speed limit you've been given. Another post says, my friend was disturbing me to watch the film he acted. I finally did. He was fanning the king from season 1 to 5. Wow.
Fanning the king.
Yes. So,
1 to 5.
Yes, from the whole season, the person was fanning the king. Peck says, Cora, you watched. Rose says, you're a good camera lady. Ifya said it's a start, but it's a good start. Smaller beginnings are very good. So it doesn't matter whether you are sweeping in the scene. You are still in the scene. You've made an appearance. Exactly. Jackie says, supporting Rona. Then Charity says, same. He was a gate man and opened 3 seconds. Appeared 3 seconds. But still, the person was in there.
Were you in there? No. He was in there.
Yeah. Not funny. It's a start from small to big. I mean, want to believe. Yeah. Start from small to big. Yes. So it doesn't matter what role you are playing anywhere. I mean, just improve yourself, and you never know, you get to the top. Another one. The correct spelling is school, S-C-H-O-O-L, not school, S-C-H-O-O-L. Some people put the second O before the first O, which is absolutely wrong.
I mean, I understand his point on some level.
So how then do you know which one is the first O? Which one is the second O? But let's see. 𝗟𝗑𝗪𝗘 says, English madam, see who is correcting someone. Someone says, what? Great sense of humor. That's true though, because I mean, some people really have good sense of humor.
Yeah, but it's actually funny though, because you can never tell which one right first.
Yeah. Or maybe you can write it, then you clean it and rewrite it. then again,
I see what you're doing.
Then you see that, okay, then I say sentence of, is it in monopause or of monopause? And Shiraba says, oh, so you are the psychiatric patient who was conducted last week, right?
Right.
Looks like some psychiatric hospital is missing a patient. 𝗥cie says, now overeating causes some. Try and sleep. Why? Well, we never.
Only how.
But then again,
you can say that.
It's. I mean, you can. Let's say defend or go about writing a whole thesis about which one is the first O and which one is the second O.
I know in actual fact, we know he's just messing around, like.
Yeah. All right. Another one. We have. Mother says, the food looks spoiled. Father says, yeah, that's Then Granny says, warm it up for Brownie. And Brownie is shocked. How many of you at home, when something is going bad, you decide to give to your cat, your dog, just because a human can eat it? Well, justice for Brownie. It looks like the dog here is trying to phone the police. Dree says, boy, Brownie guy through some hard life. And Adorned by Bella Primrose says, Brownie needs to bite all at them and run away. Fancy, let's say, treat your pets like you treat your kids. Because if you wouldn't give your kids something that's gone bad.
I think we need to adopt the Western culture.
Yeah. I mean, so yes, that's what we have for Why Trends. 𝗟𝗪𝗓, over to you.
Thank you, Agnes. Viewers, don't go away. Stay tuned. We have 𝗟𝗪𝗓 up next.
Don't call me, oh, don't call me. Ghana for Methodist Asafoma. WTV Enyamfianumo 5 years. Hooray! Na enam Emfianuma Fidida. WTV ADNT. Or yet don't call me promo. And it says, Sawaya Ghana ni now our business. And Ejuma Kobia Opeso Bomu Deura. WTV say, Ye Babi Ka, Wejuma Kuno, and as we got on Diano. Ya Bomu Deura na what you 2 weeks at the amount. 1,000 Ghana cedis per Aubetia. Way a Yakoya, WTV Airfaso at the Adawasi say, what time the chi, am I doom Pempenswa and never drink. Some promo here didn't was make a crack and I Yanunti, Muamu Makua Mopesa Mobu Deuro. Muntu Tumrika, Namomrai, Fred WTV, Nani Penfoning Como, Emfa don't call me promo 0593 110733 and now WhatsApp 0256 253461. WTV, reaching out to the world.
It is another day, another week, another episode to know our wise star. For the week, I have with me in the studio right here, 𝗥cie迄𝘀𝗂𝗃𝗵. And she's going to tell us a bit of her achievements, share them with us so that we can learn from her. Hello, 𝗥cie. Hello.
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 𝗥cie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I hope I got your name right.
Yes, please.
I got your name right. Can you share with us your diocese, something about you? Tell us about you.
Okay. So, as said, I'm 𝗥cie迄𝘀𝗂𝗃𝗵 from the Tema Diocese and a member of the Youth Fellowship and a dance circuit, to be precise, yeah.
So a little birdie told me you were Super's daughter. Are you not going to chip that in the 𝗥cie?
Okay, so I happen also to be the daughter of the very Reverend Moses Tekpe, the Superintendent Minister for that dance circuit.
Thank you, 𝗥cie, for telling us that. So overall best student. Overall best student. You also mentioned you're a member of GAMSU?
Yes, please.
Yes. Did you have any position in GAMSU?
Yes, I had.
Did you mention it?
Okay, so I was the Diocesan Assistant Secretary for Cape Coast Diocese, GAMSU, in the year 2023. Yeah, and the main secretary for the Cape Coast Diocese, GAMSU, for the year 2024.
A lot of positions. 2022, 2023, 2024, all around busy. But you've been able to have all these achievements.
Yes, please.
Take us through how you've been able to do that.
Okay, so going through University of Cape Coast wasn't that easy. As we all know, no tertiary is easy, yeah. But with the name Cape Coast has had over the period, we can all imagine how it was stressful, along with all the church activities.
Now, I don't want to chip in or disturb your rant, but let us know what exactly you're overall best student for. I know, but I want you to tell us, our viewers.
All right, so I had the overall best student for the Department of Education and Psychology, for the Faculty of Educational Foundations, and for the College of Education Studies for the University of Cape Coast. Yeah.
Wow. Continue for us. How are you able to manage GAMSU position and able to achieve three significant achievements?
Yeah, so as I said, it wasn't easy. Right from the beginning, I was inspired that people were making it academically, and I believe that our God is a God of excellence who is concerned about every aspect of our lives. Yeah, including academics. So I believe that I could also make it. But I never expected it to be in this way, because having all A's in the University of Cape Coast, I heard, was something that was kind of impossible. But I trusted God and was hopeful that I'll be able to do that. And surely, I completed UCC with 4.0, meaning I had A's throughout.
Wow, that's impressive. That's very, very impressive.
Thank you.
But let us know, because we are human beings, were there any challenges that you had to overcome?
Yeah, I had a number of challenges, especially when I took on positions in
my denomination, that is 𝗥𝗓𝗋. And not just the local or circuit, but the diocese. It meant that I had a lot to do. And as a secretary, with all the administrative roles I had to play, it was quite challenging because we'll have meetings and probably the next day you have a quiz and all that. So I had challenges in terms of combining it from the beginning, but with counseling, mentorship, and wonderful friends that God gave me on campus, my group members, they really supported me, encouraged me, go for group studies all the time, make sure that we do whatever we had to do so that I can make time for my duties as a secretary as well. So I had challenges actually combining the church work with my academics, but God helped me.
Yeah, God helped you. I like that. I like that. So now, Gifty, you mentioned a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities you had both in 𝗥𝗓𝗋 and for your cause. Okay. Yeah. So let us know what keeps you going, because it's not easy. Someone would have just given up because there's a lot of things to take on. You get it?
Yeah.
So what keeps you going? What motivates you?
Okay, so firstly, I would say I'm kind of self-motivated. It's not really about what you give me, what I'll get at the end, whatsoever. But I believe that God has to be seen in every aspect of our lives. So no matter the challenges that we encounter in whatever we are doing, being it in our jobs, being it in our academics, being it in our relationship with others, whatsoever, I just believe that God had to be glorified. So I was self-motivated that no matter what happens, so far as it is to the glory of God, I'm supposed to hold on. And God will also help me to do so. And surely, He did.
So you are doing it for God. Someone would think you are doing it for God.
Yeah.
Not for yourself.
Okay, so I would say for myself and for God as well. Because as God is being glorified in my life, just look at me here. I'm also here today just because of the same success. So as we focus on the things of God, He makes our wants His care.
I like that. I like that, Gifty. What is your next step? What is the next step for you?
Okay, so BSc psychology, I mean an undergrad degree in psychology will not take me to the profession I really want to go into. Yeah, so looking at where I want to go to, it means I have to further. So the next step is to try my best to look out for opportunities to further my education and become that clinical and neuropsychologist I want to become.
So people can come and be seeing you for 1 or 2 counselors?
Yeah, because our country is kind of lagging behind a little in terms of our knowledge in psychology and the need for us to pay attention to our mental health. So being able to get that achievement or being able to attain that goal of becoming a psychologist, I'll be able to provide assistance to those who are not having the needed resources to be able to go to the hospital, ask for help and all that. So I believe that that will help our society.
You're a good citizen as well. You're not trying to learn and go away. You're staying here with us.
Yeah.
Okay, share with us some of your hobbies, any other thing aside academics that keeps you grounded?
Okay, so I love singing. So for those who know me a little, they know that aside academics, church, you always see me singing.
What did I know you by? I know there's a Nikki somewhere there.
Oh, not really. Some people may know God's love or something. Yeah, but the day or Gifty goes with me. And aside the singing, I like reading too, trying to find or reach out to more knowledge in other aspects of life.
Okay, so singing and reading.
Yeah.
You are balancing that also with school.
Yeah.
Someone will ask you again, how? Gifty, how? Help us.
Oh.
Or you don't do that a lot. You don't do your hobbies a lot. You just focus on school.
Okay, so it's not just about school. I also try to engage in these other hobbies. I find them joyful, I find them entertaining, and I find them as strength. Because as we sing, especially our hymns, especially those encouraging songs, they keep us going. So they were sources of strength for me. And the reading too, I believe that it's not only about the school knowledge, it's about knowing how to gain knowledge from other perspectives and other aspects of life, so that you can apply yourself so well to that knowledge in society and wherever you find yourself.
Brilliant, Gifty, brilliant. So overall best students, Department of Education and Psychology. Give us 1 or 2 tips and advice here and there for our viewers watching to encourage us also to do well in our studies.
Okay, so I would say that first of all, whatever you are doing, as said before, wherever you find yourself, make sure that whatever you are doing, God will be glorified in it. And especially for those of us who are in school, I want you to know that God is so much concerned about every aspect of your life, especially even as you're in school, He's concerned about your academics. And if you would only commit yourself to Him and hard working, I mean you work so hard, I believe that you will do well. And those of us who are already disappointed in some of the grades we are having, who are already sad because things are not going as expected, please, that shouldn't be the case. Find yourself. It's not all of us who are meant to have all the A's. Some of us have our strength in artistic work. Some of us have our strength in other areas of life. Explore those ones, because some people are there who are connected to your manifestation in those ones as well, so that they can also be inspired and touched and helped as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gifty, for joining us on Y Connect. Viewers, we heard Gifty, be committed to God, be hardworking, and do not give up. We have an interactive session up next. Don't go away.
This is the new Wesley Towers. It is a state-of-the-art office space located in the Ambassadorial Enclave, Accra. The property comes with a main entrance foyer with a classic central chandelier lighting. Our 13-passenger elevator with an air diffuser and a display screen for all your outfits will surely take you to the auditorium. At the Wesley Towers is a 500-seater auditorium for all your events. It's fully soundproof with a centralized air conditioning system. Our liner speakers, MCR, LED screens, and LED stage lights are fully in place. After an eventful day in our auditorium, you are sure to feel refreshed in the spacious 200-seater capacity roof terrace with a pergola in place. With 100 available car parking space, this new edifice is safe and secured with our security systems in place. Over 100 camera points and car parking control system. We have washrooms, restaurant, and an on-site clinic. Book our conference rooms for your corporate meetings whilst admiring the water fountain synchronizing with colorful lighting and music. Wesley Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection. 0503 109 978 or 0500 166 304 or 0556 302 880 0243 614 423. Wesley Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious space.
Bye.
wonderful song it is, isn't it? Wonderful song. How do you feel listening to such a song? If we How do you feel? How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's speaking to us as youth, especially because if the country is going to do like good, it's going to do well. It's coming stuff for us.
Do you think you have contributed a quota in helping the development of the country, Agnes?
Yes, yes. I mean, it's as the youth of the country. We have our obligations, something we have to do. So, for example, if you are going into school from the beginning and you are sitting in a public facility, or even if it's a private facility, the first thing you have to do is you are making sure that everything is well kept. You are maintaining the place right from the beginning. Even before you think about, if you are thinking about making things well or contributing to growth, just don't think about being at the helm of affairs or sitting somewhere. It's just around you, in your corner. How do you go about it?
Yeah.
So that's
from what you were saying. I feel like people are also waiting to get to a particular position, waiting to get out there. Like you can say white-collar jobs and things, but that shouldn't be the case.
Exactly.
All around you, there's something to do to effect change in the country.
It could be even picking a litter from the floor, or you not even putting the litter on the floor to begin with.
That's a headache.
So we shouldn't be blaming the government. Government. Who is the government?
We are
the government. We are the government. So if we may, my tree has come. It has. Today we want to explore the advantages we will have in the new ministry that have been created by our President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment. What are some of the opportunities that we can get from this ministry? And we'll juxtapose it with our policy that states about employment and then discovering the young people's talent as in empowerment and development, and see whether we can run together and see what we can get out of this ministry. So today I want to ask my co-host, have you ever heard of the National Youth Policy? Have you ever heard it before?
I have.
You have?
But I have, but way back. Sometimes when we are speaking, like watching news, it comes up with my brothers. Just I haven't taken time to actually go into it and read about it.
But it spanned from 2022 to 2032. Agnes, have you heard of it?
For me, it looks like it took about 2.5 years before I'm hearing of it, because I just heard of it this year. But then, yes.
Do you think most of the young people know about this National Youth Policy?
I want to believe our youth know about something.
You want to believe?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
But I'm also going to be on the side that some we do not know at all. Like some of us do not know at all. Maybe some of us have heard it, but then careless on our side, we do not research about it, like myself. It shouldn't be so, actually.
It shouldn't be so. We should be young people who read, right?
Exactly.
So if you're watching us and you have heard of the National Youth Policy, just comment, tell us that I've read it, I've seen it. If you have not seen it, I've not seen it. I've not seen it, I've not even read it. And just confess your sins and you'll be forgiven. You see, the African population of young people, they are about how many percent?
57%.
Africa population?
Africa is 60%.
60%, yes. And what does it mean? What does it mean to?
I mean, it looks like when we talk about world population, Africa is the youngest, and it actually brings about an opportunity for growth, because we know that the youth are energetic.
Opportunity for growth.
Exactly. They when you talk about youth, we are talking about energy. They have energy, they have time to do great things. So that's what 60%, and even the number keep growing every year. That's what it means for Africa.
Well, I feel like you can also say in another light, you can say it's positive because 60% is above, half of it. So it means that majority of Africa, like the focus, like is the youth, because we are 60%, like above half of it. So yes, I believe that focus should come on the youth. Focus should come on the youth.
So would you say that the young people, the population of the young people serves as the bloodline for any particular nation? Looking at the Ghana's population, is said to be having the young people's population to be about 57%. I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
Looking at it, can we say that the young people population look like the bloodline of the nation? Can we say that?
Oh yeah. Because what does blood do? Blood actually flows through your body. Without blood, you can't do anything. When you lose blood, you know what happens. So yes, 57%, which shows we are the majority, actually tells us that we are the we are the force pushing everything.
We are hustling.
Yeah.
We are dreaming big.
Exactly.
We want to make it happen.
Exactly.
So what do you feel when the early people don't want to use the young people and then they push them aside? That means that they're killing the nation.
Yeah, I think for Ghana, we are not saying the youth know it all. The older generations also know it. So it's about finding a fine balance between experience, that is the experience the older generation have, and what the younger generation, the energy they are bringing on board. Finding a fine balance and equilibrium in using it to better the country.
How was your feeling like when you heard the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment? It has been separated now. For you to be a Ministry of Youth and Sports, and I am quick to say that sometimes the youth side is being put aside and focus on the sports, I mean, Pele, the ACNs, and the rest. Now, how do you feel now focusing right now on youth development and empowerment alone? How do you feel as a young person?
I for one, I'm excited about it because I'm in sports. I'm no offense to the boys, but you know, the focus also needs to come on us youth because we have a lot of talent, a lot of things within us that need to be exploited. So we are hoping that this new administration will actually look forward to that and actually exploit the youth and not just say that because it's in youth and sports. Majority of people follow sports.
Yeah.
But those who are in sports are young people.
Exactly, they're still the youth.
So,
but then I guess when we say the youth, it goes beyond sports. There are so many other things that the youth out there are doing. That's when we back them in the proper way, it would be good for the country.
So what do you think are some of the advantages of this particular Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment? What do you think are some of just to can we explore?
For one, there's going to be youth employment. Focus should come on youth employment because I mean, if this ministry is here for us, the first thing we should look at is employment opportunities. Try and create jobs, you know, connect with private sectors and also create jobs that the industry needs. Not creating skills, how do I even put it, like education or creating like training systems for jobs that are not in need right now. Because in the industry, if you are trying to create a job for maybe a lot of HR training, meanwhile HR is not a job that is currently needed in the system, that wouldn't help. You know, so if you're actually focusing on the jobs that are needed in the system, industry related jobs, and you create training for those things for the youth to partake in that, it will create employment for us.
You talk about employment, and you talk about the courses that they offer in tertiary institutions. That means that they need to have some kind of coaching as to what course they need to offer in the tertiary institution. So when you say employment, are we having the hope that this ministry is going to employ all the young people who are unemployed? Agnes?
Okay, I don't know if Agnes wants to say.
Yes, for me, I think the importance also stems from the name. It says youth development and empowerment. Then we spoke about education, so developing the youth. It doesn't mean that this ministry will be the one employing the youth, but then putting in programs, policies that will bring out that will develop the youth and help them to be employable.
I mean, basically creating chances for us, because we are there with our talents, we are there with our skills. If you're not creating chances, what are we going to do?
A lot of people have the certificates, and if this ministry have been created solely for them, all of them should be employed.
True.
True.
Very, very true.
True or correct?
Very true, but it can't be so.
Yes,
it can't be
I tend to use the word right. You are right, but then there are other ways. Then again, when we are being developed, we are being trained. It's not just for you being the employee, you could also be the employer. So
we'll come to angle. I want to read something from the National Youth Policy that was drafted that spanned from 2022 to 2032. That's the purpose of the policy. The National Youth Policy is intended to provide framework and direction for all stakeholders involved in the implementation of policies programs and projects for the development of the youth. For development of youth, it is also a tool for effective and efficient coordination and utilization of resources for the ultimate benefit of the youth and their contribution to national development. Let me continue. Thus, it does not only provide ground for mainstreaming, but also build inter and intra-organizational synergies for the purpose of strengthening young people's resilience for living in dignity, good health, peace, economic security, among others in society that respect and values intergenerational quality, equality, and justice. So all we are saying is that this ministry should try and focus on employing the young people who are unemployed. So together the unemployment issue would definitely come down. I believe we are all on the same.
Yes.
Yeah,
actually, when you're reading, I was hearing a lot of the youth for the youth. And that was just exciting for me because it means they have the youth at like the best interest in mind. They have the youth in mind.
Great.
And also, I also want to talk about the fact that, you know, not only should they create jobs and things, but they should also implement policies that actually go to the advantage of the youth. Because if there are no such policies, I don't know, the youth will be at a loss, at a disadvantage, because if you put policies that maybe you can hire maybe more youth in a particular company, maybe the ratio of youth to your older people should be maybe 60 to 40%, will actually go to the advantage of youth, because it means that company is going to be hiring more youth than the elderly people. So I feel like policies like that should be made to go to the advantage of the youth.
Before Agnes, let me just start in school. We say that the youth representative in a various institution, because the policy have to state that they should have some kind of youth representation in a particular institution, just like the Methodist Church has it. You have to have 30% of the young people in all committees, leadership roles, and I believe you are trying. Agnes, you are smiling.
Yes, we are trying.
We are doing our best, right? So we are saying that they should make sure that the youth representation is quite visible. Is that what we're saying?
That's what we are saying.
And also, it should be visible also in the sense, in the politics side too, because, I mean, fine, we want jobs, fine, that's fine. But when it comes to the politics side, when it comes to policy making, governance, they should make sure that there's youth representation over there, because if a lot of the people making the decision on our behalf, on the youth's behalf, there's no youth there, I mean, what's the point? Because we should have one of us over there also to help us in making decisions. Yeah,
I think just like 𝗟𝗓𝗓 said, let's think about someone making a decision for you. So it's the youth, and the person making the decision for the youth is not the youth. The person may think, oh, I was young some time back, but that time was like I said, some time back.
Some time back,
And this is the current time.
And those are 50 years, they say they are young people.
Exactly. But that's still some time back. So a long time back. Exactly.
Long time back, yeah.
So we need the youth represented on various decision-making
Under
boards.
35 or under 25?
I mean, 35, 25, but then again, when we talk about youth, we are looking at 15 to 25, even before that. So yes, even before the 30s come in. But then yes, having representation over there, because then again, when they are talking about the youth, we need to be able to say something. So when there's someone on the board who is the youth, the person knows the challenges the youth are facing. They know the benefits of having the youth over there. They know whatever the youth is facing in this current world, and can speak on their behalf rather than not having any representation at all.
How will we feel when they appoint somebody as a CEO and it's 25 years old, 30 years old? It's a plus for us. It's a plus for us.
It motivates others to do much more. And especially if the person also pulls their weight, and that's great things.
That is the problem. That's the problem. Sometimes they say that when they give the young people opportunity, they don't pull their weight. What we advise for the young people, we are all young people. I'm just about 18 years old, so don't go there.
I wouldn't. So I want you to I want to know which side to come from. The fact that people are saying when we put youth in position, they don't pull their weight.
There is a point. Some are saying.
Okay. So, well, I'm not for the motion. I'm going to speak against the motion. Maybe Agnes can speak for the motion for us. But then let's look at the fact that that may not be the case for every youth, okay? Because someone who has been at the bottom before knows what it's like to get to the top. And then to tell me that the person doesn't actually pull their weight, I wouldn't believe it, because I have struggled from bottom. By God's grace, I've been able to get to the top. And I'm doing one or two things, and I'm doing it well to my benefit. If you think I'm not doing it right, okay, speak to me, train me. It is why you're also an older generation. It's also why you have the experience, okay? So you're supposed to train me, tell me, do this right, do this or not, you get it? So me, I feel like people who say that are rather trying to bring us down and not take us up. That's what I have to say about that. Well, I don't know, maybe you can speak for the motion now.
Well, yeah, in as much as I would like to speak for the motion, I think the question I would like to pose is, if they are not pulling their weight, did you give them the right education before they got there? Did you serve as the right example?
I think it's going to our third point.
Did you serve as the right example for them to get there? And it's also about when they are not pulling their weight, how do you go about it? I mean, some people, through feedback, if you don't give them good feedback, they won't be able to improve. So wherever you find yourself, there's a youth there, and you just keep shunning the person because you feel, oh, he's not pulling their weight, she's not doing that, she can't do it. Then you keep the person still not being able to do it. But then if you give the person the opportunity, if the person does A instead of doing B, and you tell the person, oh, you should have done B. I mean, you did A, it was good, but then do B, the coaching, all that. It brings the people, the youth up to speed with what they have to do and how and when, actually.
Sometimes when I meet some early people, I tell them that sometimes, most of the time, the young people don't see what you went through when you were very young. They didn't know how you feel, and you became much better now. But most of the time, we just come out to make everybody feel that we have never failed before. So I tell some of the early people that, can we give them the benefit of the doubt? Can you coach them the way you were coached? Even when you're not coached, can we give them benefit of that? Give them some coaching, some mentorship, and they become better. We have been joined by our brother, Francis Ako-Ama, a youth development practitioner. Oko-Ama, sorry for crucifying your name. Brother Francis Oko-Ama, a youth development practitioner. Brother Francis, we are happy you joined us.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to have you guys.
Please, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Great. What has been your feeling and your take on the new development or the ministry that have been created, the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment by the current government?
I was very happy when I saw the list of the appointments, and I saw that for that ministry, it's finally a standalone ministry. To be honest, I was very, very happy because this has been something that we've been advocating for years, and I'll explain why in a bit. Okay. So to finally have it, we were all happy. Not myself alone, but anyone who works within youth development. We know this was a good news. It was good news for all of us.
Great. Now, comparing this ministry that have been created with the one that already existed, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, what do you think are the new initiatives that we should be hoping and yearning for?
So first, to clarify, the difference between the new one and then the existing one, it gives you an impression that our government thinks of us as young people as maybe we are involved in sports, or maybe as a country, when we think about young people, we limit them to the sports activities. Because if you create a ministry or a Ministry of Youth and Sports, then it's like you lump, there are a lot of things that you miss out. But having the ministry stand alone, you then take, like before it was like the ministry was working, like young people was working in the shadow of sports. But now it has that entire focus, because the name of the ministry even looks at empowerment in itself. So it's also for a development person like myself, it tells me that, okay, maybe the government sees that there is a potential that we need to tap in. We need to empower young people, so we can all start the discussion of what is it about young people? Is it education? Is it health? Is it all the other important aspects of youth development that we need to invest in so that we can facilitate the empowerment initiatives to bring out the best in young people.
Okay.
So yes, it stands alone so that it gives it the needed focus that it deserves, but also it gives the ministry some sort of leadership or facilitating role to make sure that all aspects of development that happens in all the other ministries, they get the visibility that they need. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Great. Thank you very much. Some of our young people have the philosophy that so far as this ministry is created, unemployment issues should be seized and should be solved. What's your take on it?
Well, first of all, let me just clarify. So far as that standalone ministry is created, all issues that bother young people should be resolved. And if unemployment is one of the key issues of young people, then it should definitely be resolved, because one of the main issues for young people, and not even only young people, even the development of the country as a whole, is employment, because that drives a lot of economic activities. And you know the population of the young people, you know the energy and the potential that they have for you to tap in. So the failure of you as a country to do that, unemployment will be looming like right in your face. And so there you do not necessarily even have to expect that. Once there is a ministry, a standalone ministry, it tells us that, okay, government is thinking right about young people and we need their attention. But that also puts more responsibility on government and even us, because now we have a specific place that we know that we have the visibility if something is worrying us, and if unemployment is one of them, then let's give it the best attention that it deserves. Because if we fail to address those concerns today, in the next 10 years, it will come back in tenfold, in ways that we may not be able to even address.
Great.
So it's very, very important that discussion is coming up.
Great. I want to ask you two questions in one. Now, the first one is that, do you think there's going to be pressure on the minister to, employ all these young people? Because some of them are coming for employment, but the certificates does not really gel well with the kind of position that is vacant for them to be employed. And then lastly, I want to ask you of your expectation of this ministry.
Okay, so I'll answer the employment one and then end with the expectation. So if the certificates that the young people have does not match the required qualification or needs of the current employment, then first of all, it should tell you that the decisions that were taken in training the young people to give them the necessary skills of qualification, which the certificate shows, was a mistake. Because as a government, you are supposed to have a very good oversight of your country's development and its economic needs, and that should inform your education and training, including TVET and all other skills acquisition. So you should be able to know that, okay, by this, in the next decade, this is our population. The next decade, this is how our population is going to be. This is where the world is going, and these are the skills that we need. So you then put a lot of educational reforms, train your people, provide them the right skills, so that when that time comes, you'll be able to absorb them. Regardless, if you are identifying that problem now, there should be solutions. There are a lot of ways you can improve on people's skills and certifications. Do that and have a dialogue with them. Find ways, and there should be standardized tests, skills. And I know this is huge investment, because you need to fund institutions to be able to provide the necessary training for them. So you know that when you need that resources to help you build a nation, they will be readily available. So if they are not available now per the certifications, go back to the drawing board and see where you made a mistake. Two, and that clearly is one of my expectations. I am not expecting, I'll be very, very upfront. I'm not expecting the ministry to have everything right.
Okay.
But at least you should be able to know that, oh, okay, if this is the problem, let's find a solution to it. And we have, the biggest resource we have as a country is young people. The energy is up the roof. And so if you are not taking the necessary decisions to make sure that you train them, it is failure on your part. I know a huge part of elections and campaigning is people offering a lot of free things and to our young people. Now, I know government or politicians are also eager to win votes and the hearts of the people and all of that. What I will propose that they really focus on is transforming the institutions and making sure that people have skills. Because if you fail to implement the interventions that you promised while you were seeking for campaign, the repercussions of that is worse than it's like you promise something that you don't fulfill, or you do not implement well or entirely. The problem that it generates in the future, it rather dents on your image as a politician.
Great.
So they should promise what they can deliver and work with the.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Brother Francis. We are so grateful we found time to explain a few things for us. That Brother Francis, a youth development practitioner, we are so grateful. I'll come back to my host to continue our points. The first point was youth employment. Yeah. Second one, the youth representative. Yeah. The third one is what?
Education and innovation.
Education and innovation. What we want this ministry to focus on. We're proposing. Yeah.
So, you know, initially you mentioned the fact that courses that we offer should also feed into the jobs that we'll be looking to get. So now, education and innovation. Now, here's a case where the government should also focus on giving us right education so that we'll be able to educate ourselves, because there's no way someone can give you a job without you being educated and to also feel innovated, okay? Because when if you are illiterate, okay, if you have been given the opportunity to be educated, then I mean you'll be liable. You have the opportunity to work for at most places, in most industries, and most companies, okay? So I feel like it's a key vital point that the ministry should look at: education.
Great, education. Beloved, the phone lines will be open very soon. In fact, I'm opening the phone lines, and I want you to tell me your expectation for this ministry and how beneficial it is going to be for the youth ministry in our various societies. How can we tap into this great opportunity? Now we have the phone lines to be 025 625 3461. Then we have 053 835 0625. 025 625 3461. 053, the second number, 835 0625. Agnes, you want to say something?
Yes, I think when 𝗟𝗓𝗓 mentioned education, something just popped up in my mind, and it says, when you get the foundation wrong, then meaning the entire thing you are building is going to be wrong. So education lies in the foundation.
When your fundamentals are weak.
Yes, the building will expose you. Yes. So getting education right from the beginning is very, very important.
Right.
In Ghana, we know we have formal education and we have the informal education. But then again, let's move beyond that. There is the technical aspect, vocational, all these. There's empowering our youth. We need to educate them to be innovative. Then again, also there's one other importance and something we are looking at, that's youth development programs. So what programs are there? There should be policies that will lead to formation of programs that would impact the lives of the youth, and that is very, very important.
Right, but before 𝗟𝗓𝗓 comes in, I just want to read from our policy, the Youth Work Directorate, Youth Ministry Directorate of Methodist Church Ghana. When you look at the Development and Empowerment Clause, page 14, 4.6 says that we should have to be able to help the young people to have employable skills, such as entrepreneurial, vocational, managerial, and technical, that can provide them to be able to be self-employed. 4.7 says that a platform shall be created for discussion of and debate of fora and seminars on social vices such as behavior leading to STDs, gambling, drug abuse. All these things have to be on a platform for us to solve. We have our young people engaging themselves in all these. Then 4.11 says that the church shall encourage at all levels the institution of scholarship. My main point is scholarship. So that this ministry that have been established can create more scholarship for the young people, especially those brilliant but needy young people. What's your take?
Well, I know for a start about the scholarships. There's already organizations in place and policies there to help needy but brilliant kids. And I feel like more of it should happen. Okay, more of it should happen so that we can engage these people. Otherwise, what is the alternative for them? They are going to waste away, or not reach their full potential. So a lot of initiatives should go into scholarship schemes and scholarship programs for our youth in this predicament, so that we'll be able to exploit their talents, exploit their skills, exploit their intelligence, actually, because there are a lot of intelligent people out there who are just unfortunate. So I believe that if the government does this, it will go to our benefit.
Great. And someone asked that this ministry, what should be the approach for this ministry? This ministry is a new ministry altogether. Somebody's saying that one of the approach have to be clarity of purpose. Do you agree to that?
I do.
Clarity of purpose.
Yes, I mean, come with a clear mind and also be committed.
Exactly.
You know, when you were reading the purpose of the National Youth Policy, and I'm thinking, we need to unpack the words. So that links to clarity. So we have to unpack the words and know what we have to do. So that's very important.
Hold on. Abeku from Ampobi. Abeku.
Hello, Masafo.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm great by God's grace.
Good. And we thank God for the discussion that has gone on. In fact, we were all happy when our president mentioned the Ministry for Youth and Development. I think that's the way we should go now. I mean, we can't be one-sided. If something is not going well, we said Ministry of Youth and Sports, it didn't go well. And so if we are now having a ministry on its own for youth, then it means that we are heading somewhere. And what I expect from the minister is that he should be able to concentrate on youth development, because that is the key. When the young person is developed enough to know what he should do for himself, he will not be a burden onto government. So the minister should concentrate on developing the youth, giving the youth that skill, that knowledge about the world, what is going, opening up the world to the youth, so that at least we can stand on our own, not depending on God. But for now, a lot of people want government to employment. But if you are well developed, you will not need government employment. So that's what I will tell the minister, that he should focus on developing the youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Abeku. We are so grateful. Focus on developing the youth. Yes.
I want to make one point here, back to the education side. If you receive quality education, it also lessens burden on the government in a way that it fosters entrepreneurship. If I'm giving the right skills, I'm giving the right training, I'll be able to start up something for myself, do you get it? And not wait on the government. Because everything, they say government. So, I mean, if quality education comes in, I believe this will help.
Somebody states that, as I said, clarity of purpose. Somebody states that strategic leadership. Somebody saying that genuine commitment. Commitment to making sure that the young people are developed, as Abeku is saying. Commitment to the agenda on in the manifesto. They say a lot of things in the manifesto. We'll be tracking them, right?
We are tracking them.
Great. So we hope that this ministry will be able to help us to develop our young people, to get them more employed in some institutions. We'll take some messages from the Facebook very soon. But some of the key points in the National Youth Policy, I just want to say some of them. It says that youth entrepreneurship, and then financial inclusion, the youth employment and labor issues. It said hunger and poverty. There's hunger and poverty here. And it says that youth and agriculture. Young people don't like agriculture at all.
But that's where the money is. Oh, that's not where the money is.
That's where the money is.
We are laughing. Let's be clear so that we know how we are going about
it. If you buy Cadillacs for all of you,
we'll go too far.
But then again, agriculture has moved from just cutlass and hoes to machinery.
To what?
Machinery, huge machines, irrigation.
Again,
that's
it goes to technology.
Exactly.
Technology.
Yes.
All right. I want to read some few messages here. Let's see what message that we have. The other message keep coming. What is your expectation from this ministry? And we pray that things will work well. Great. I think, Elsie, can you help us?
Okay, so our message. Hold on for me.
A minute. You can also send yours.
Yeah.
We are trying to. The message are quite a lot.
So we are trying to navigate.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So we have Emmanuel Amma. They said the church has left the youth behind for a long time. Are you sure?
He's talking about the church. He's trying
Is
to
that you watching live from UK?
Oh, okay.
Is that true?
Has the church left us for a long time?
Are you asking me?
Well, I wouldn't say so because I mean we have 30% now.
30%. I mean it's a good start. It's better than nothing. Yeah.
And you say you have left that. Please don't do that. Also for in the making. Someone says so for in the making. Someone said, what do you call it? I think GiFty is calm like myself. We are proud of you, our own last. And then someone say 1 year. And someone say that great job, guys. The church has left the youth behind for a very long time. Watching live from UK. That's it. And say someone say watching live from Kumasi. Greetings to everyone, especially 𝗟𝗓𝗓. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, you're fans, so.
Hi, greetings to you.
Kumasi. There are more. We can't take all of them. We have a lot of people watching us from different places. We have 𝗥cie from Tema watching us. Honorable 𝗥cie citizen, we are grateful you are following us. They say God bless you. Let's say 𝗥cie from Tema. 𝗥cie from Tema.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Doing very well, yourself?
By God's grace. What's the expectation?
Greetings to the team.
Thanks.
Right, I'm watching, and then I just wanted to make 1 or 2 comments on the church leaving the youth out. I think this discussion started when we came for the YDM New Year school. And in my group, I told them that I think the church is moving from not taking care of the young people, because I think one of the things that the church is doing to curb all these things is that they've given the youth 30% role in the leadership. So every society is supposed to at least make sure that young people, 30% of them is part of the church's leadership. And I'm a young person and I'm a steward, and not just a small society, a big society.
A big one, yes.
Yes. And so I'm sure that if the youth, we should make ourselves useful and committed, the church will see us. We need to be unique in our own way for the church to use us. The church can't pick anyone because you're a young person. The church is usually 30%, so we are just picking any young person. No, you have to be unique and committed to what you are doing. Yes. For the church should use you. So the directors are. This one I'm pleading with my own people. We need to be unique in our own way. Thank you very much, and then greetings once again to the team.
Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful for the call. All too soon, our time is up.
I mean, there's more to say.
There's more to say, but then we just have to just leave it here. Yeah. We'll come back later. We appreciate your comments. Wow. Somebody want to come in. 𝗥cie citizen, honorable.
Papa, greetings to you all.
To you too. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, you have fun.
Papa, I read it in the news this morning that the Association of Methodist Men's Fellowship has contributed to the Youth Development Center at 𝗟𝗓𝗓. Personally, I am so happy. And I want to extend my appreciation to the Men's Fellowship. Papa, I was looking at something. I suggest that we could have topics where once all of us cannot come to Accra, maybe we ask the 4 practitioners to join some of our youth across the diocese. We also get opportunity to speak live on the show, maybe via Zoom or through a phone call. So this is something that I think we should take it into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your contribution. Well taken, well noted. And I believe that you will gather all the honorables to come and, donate to the Reuse Center, even as Men Fellowship have taken forward, to donate to us. Men Fellowship, we are so grateful for our fathers. God bless you. God bless you. Elsie,
Agnes.
Yeah.
Anything?
I mean, we've had some good conversations today, and I mean, there's more in store for some other days. So
exactly.
We just hope you viewers should stay in tune, and it'll be great.
Well,
great.
What I want to just say is the fact that we've said a lot, okay? We just hope that actually work is done by this ministry.
Work is done. We'll be right back to conclude. God bless you. We are young but wise, strong yet fragile, soft but tough. We are young people. Join me, the very Reverend 𝗟𝗓𝗘𝗂𝗹𝘁𝗶, as I connect you to the world of young people. It's Why Connect, your new and exciting young people's program, right here on Wesleyan Television. It's Why Connect, connecting youth to Christ. Why Connect? The future is here. See you.
Meye mi fie Christian fie, mema mi kun aye Christiani, na me mofra aye Christian fo. Mema mi fie aye Christian fie. Ban papam eye dwumadi a ekoso ewo WTV so. Ekasa afa ekwaya ye tete ye mofra. Ekwaya ye befa so ama yaware ayefe ne yaware edimu. Efie entete anase efie siesie ene efie nkomodie mu nso yenya ento nchen. Ento me to sa frɛ sehwe WTV na niema pa bebre ewo WTV so enwumpa enkomodie papa eniema pa ebeboa me no mienu ene yemfie koso ara na hwe WTV.
Welcome viewers. All too soon our time is up. I believe we have had a nice time.
I've enjoyed myself.
I've enjoyed the interaction myself.
Yeah.
And we want to leave you with a quote. Else, can you help us with a quote?
Okay. Our quote says, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Eleanor Roosevelt, American diplomat. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Great. So everybody have a dream. You have a dream. I have a dream. I spoke about the young people. So you have a dream to become big, to become somebody in the future. Believe in what you dream about and just focus on God. All I can tell you that focus on Jesus. Trust in Jesus. That is all. And the one who gave you that dream will make it be established. I always say that Habakkuk 2:3-4 says that put the vision in writing. Though it tarries, it shall surely come to pass. The vision is for the appointed time. Keep on dreaming, and take audacious steps. For the Lord who gave you that dream will cause you to fulfill that dream. All too soon, our time is up. I want to leave you here. I want to leave you with God's blessing. And I've been your host, the very Reverend 𝗟𝗓𝗘𝗂𝗹𝘁𝗶, together with...
I go by 𝗟𝗓𝗙 Nana 𝗟𝗓𝗙 Odum,
Agnes Boatema Apiudu.
Stay blessed. See you next week. Bye.